Hi, everybody. It's Jay, and I'm coming to you from the booth today to share a preview of our next audiobook premiere, coming this Friday on the Say with Jay YouTube channel. It's the first book in Jessie Gussman's Good Grief, Idaho romantic comedy series, Me and the Cute Catastrophe. Be sure and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification icon if you haven't already, so that you're notified the minute that it premieres. If you've done that already, then sit back, take a listen, and enjoy. Midget is pretty concerned about her mistress, sniffing around and whining. She bats me with her tail as she goes by, and it feels a little bit like a baseball bat in the kneecap. I think it is an accident, although it does hurt. She ignores me and shoves her big black nose in Claire's armpit. And, yeah, Claire is pretty tall, but she has been over the sink and Midget easily reaches her armpit. The groaning doesn't stop, but it might have gotten a little bit quieter as Claire's arm comes out and goes around the splash of white fur on Midget's neck. Most of the Great Danes I've seen are brown, but Midget is black with a big white collar and bib and 4 white paws. She is actually really pretty, although her tail really packs a punch. I thought Claire's groaning was embarrassment, but since it hasn't stopped, I shift my eyes over to look at Mrs. Thompson to see if she is concerned. She doesn't seem to be, since she is arranging cookies on a plate and acting like there aren't any sounds at all coming from the sink. "So, is there something wrong with your hair that you need some help with?" I ask, and my voice sounds tentative even though I don't mean for it to. I want to be confident and strong, especially since I do kind of, on some level, like Claire. There's that attraction that I mentioned that I haven't processed yet. It isn't that I want to keep my options open, but it's more I'm thinking I want her to like me. I don't know why. I'm not sure I ever want to do that again. My ex came up with so many reasons why I didn't suit her after we were married. It isn't that I don't trust women, exactly. It's just I'm not sure whether I want to do that again or not. The groaning stops, so I must have said the right thing. But then a sigh echoes in the sink, and if I'm not mistaken, her head is moving up and down. I think she's kind of smacking her forehead off the bottom of it. Not hard enough to hurt, but enough that I think maybe I didn't say the right thing after all. Good to know that I haven't had a personality change since I moved into Good Grief. I never said the right thing to my ex either. Not that I'm looking at Claire like a potential love interest or anything. Not exactly. "Do you want a cookie?" Mrs. Thompson says, smiling at me. For the first time since I walked into her house, I realized that we surprised her to the point where she didn't get a chance to put her teeth in. Not that I care either way. It is simply I've never seen her without her teeth. That wasn't something I saw too much in the circles I ran in when I was in Seattle either. I forgot, here in Good Grief, neighbors are almost like family. That's it. You don't put your teeth in whenever family comes to visit, I guess. "Thank you," I say, taking a cookie off the plate. Even when I was growing up, Mrs. Thompson's kids had already moved out of the house. I've eaten plenty of her cookies over the years. They don't have baked goods like this in Seattle. I know that for a fact and almost take 2. But even though neighbors are just like family, my mom wouldn't let me take 2 cookies. Mrs. Thompson sets the plate of cookies down on the counter. "Now stop, Claire. You don't look nearly as bad as what you think you do. Wrap that towel around your hair and have yourself a cookie." Mrs. Thompson talks while she takes the towel that is draped around Claire's shoulders and starts patting down her wet hair. Claire doesn't move for a moment, almost as though she's thinking about whether or not she's actually going to pull her head out of the sink and stand up, or whether she's just going to stand there all night. I try not to smile as she obviously decides to stand up and face the music. I like that decision. If I had realized that there was something going on with her hair, would I have followed her? I know the answer to that question is yes, even if that makes me a bad person. I really do want to get the basketball thing settled. From what I understand, the team didn't win a single game all last year nor the year before. If we're going to have any chance at all of whipping Good Grief's girls' basketball team into shape this year, I want to get started on it.